grinders of the railway workers more than I can hear the music from the warehouse. Yeah? Fair enough. People have to get to work. People need the rail service, yeah? People need to pollute. People need to destroy. Need to corrupt. Need to do whatever they do.
Well, it's probably better that they go by rail than that they
Road, obviously.
drive, yeah?
But there'll be no police action there. There'll be no cussing them.
Yeah.
Watch, they'll smash our equipment up. They'll beat our mates up. They'll arrest us for doing whatever we do peacefully without disturbing or hurting or
Actually,
harming
I'll tell you
anyone.
what, if that was one of these silent or quiet generators, you wouldn't hardly hear that.
The only reason we have to use Jenny power is because the electricity is too dangerous. I won't have
Oh,
it
is
on.
it? Is it
Yeah.
like three-phase or...?
It's
like
three-phase,
one of
but it's
those
sticking
awful-
straight out the thing, so I've parked the vehicle, I've blocked it off, parked the vehicle there in front of it and everything, and it's been guarded. It's a diesel generator. I will actually, now that it's in full swing, probably move it round to the front so these residents aren't being disturbed. But they're not being disturbed.
No, let's have a look. No.
They probably
Any
think it's...
lights on?
they probably
No,
think it's- they
no
probably
lights
think it's
on.
the railway work. No lights on, no nothing. And behind that glass, it's not a lot really. I mean, the lights are the worst one. I mean, that's the biggest disturbance of all. Look at them bright lights.
That's
I
very
really
bright.
hate that in my room. The noises, it would be, you wouldn't be able to hear that behind glass. But those lights will go straight through your curtains. What do they need them for? Well, I know
Well,
they've got work
obviously
to do.
they're working late at night on the track, aren't they?
I know they've got work to do, but I mean, that's just ridiculous. And the police are, right headquarters are right next door.
Yeah.
I mean, a
But this
response
place,
time-
did you say that it's going to be demolished soon?
It's all going to be
place?
demolished and redeveloped. I used to squat in the pub just down there. We got evicted pretty pronto, and it's still empty, basically making us homeless. There's still loads of my property in there.
You're not been able to get back in?
No. I've got a bike in there, I've got pieces of plywood in there, I've got electric fly zappers in there, I've got clothes in there, there's loads of my property in there, records, all the rest of it.
What was that, an illegal...
The pub just over there, it's
Oh,
a
the
legal
pub.
squat.
Right.
But an illegal eviction, they say they put an eviction notice through the letterbox. No, they didn't, they just produced it when they came in and evicted us at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Well, did they go to court? Or did
They went to court, right, and the judge said that the bailiffs had their discretion, but they had to give a notice. They came with a notice in their hand, they had to give a 24-hour notice at least on commercial premises. They said they slipped it through the Cytex. We didn't find it in the Cytex. That's one of them grey areas, who do you believe? Us or them? If we found it in the Cytex, we're not going to still be there, are we?
But this is very close to the actual... Do you know what that place is? It's a police car pound or something?
It's the police support group. It's basically where they keep all the right vans, a lot of right officers, like, you know... Yes, I know exactly what it is.
Is it like loads of riot vans on the roof?
Yeah, there's no policemen in there, unfortunately. But when they come to bust us, normally they come here, they get in their vans and then they go to bust us.
Oh.
Now I've saved them loads of diesel, I've saved the environment, so they can come here. They don't have to get in the vans, they can just come and bust us. For what? My private party in my squat that I live in, my warehouse. Doors open. 1972 Criminal Law Act, Section 12A.
Just a stone's throw from the Bristol and West.
I put lifts in them as well.
You what?
I put the lifts in that building.
The lifts?
Yep.
Oh, right, you done lift
Used to be a
work.
lift engineer before I was a bus driver. 4 passenger lifts, 1 goods lift, 1 disabled lift.
Any lifts go underground, or are they all...
No, they're all... one goes to the basement, and that cost 140 grand, that bit of metal on top.
Which bit?
Stainless
Oh,
steel.
that thing.
Yeah, 140 grand.
Is that the modern art or something?
Pardon me. I mean, is that a... I mean, you can hear me talking. Is that a lot of noise?
No, it's not a lot of noise, no.
Making the same amount of
It's
noise
really
as
not.
the railway
I think
work?
this is the proof in the pudding is here, because there ain't no...
Once they
No,
realise if they don't
there
like
is,
it,
there's
then-
no
don't
lights
like
on at all in
No.
these. It's not as if anyone is up around here. No, they've gone to sleep.
If they wake up, yes, they'll kick up, because they'll go, oh no, you can't be doing that, because basically they have told them for so long that we can't be, that they say, no, you can't be. But we keep, I mean, basically, there's going to be no car crime here. There'll be no theft, there'll be no muggings, there'll be no murders, there'll be no shootings, there'll be no stabbings, and we'll leave this place cleaner than we found it. As per usual. The only reason we're doing it here, rather than out in the middle of nowhere, It's because when we do it out in the middle of nowhere, they've got a criminal justice bill, right? Which is section 63, which means they can come in and legally smash up your sound system, beat up all your mates, yeah, and turf you off. Because what are we doing? We're listening to a bit of music. What's the problem? There's no way we'll get it turned around. You know, I mean, it's deep set in their, you know, way they tackle everything. No right to silence. We're terrorists, basically. They can keep you for 2 weeks without an attorney. The list is endless, you know, high treason. And what else do they want to do you for? From what? I mean, they're the ones creating the problem.
I think, imagine that there are some...
We wouldn't be here tonight if they hadn't created a problem.
Why is that? What makes you say that?
Well, I would be, you know, anywhere but here tonight.
Okay, where would you be? I
would be probably somewhere at Clifton Gorge, maybe. You know, less peaceful. There's no residents, no police, there's no officers, there's nothing. But no, I'm going to go as close to them as possible. And they want it London style, because I've been doing this for a long time in London, and London's very different to Bristol, as they're going to learn. They have it London style. They arrested me last week for causing a public nuisance, which I did not. I turned off when they told me to, which I did. Cleaned the building, made sure it was all safe, made sure the music was turned down. It was a perfectly legal private party. I didn't even charge on the door. And they arrested me for it. 4 hours I spent looking at a magnolia wall. Every week now, from now on, it's going to be central Bristol.
They arrested you. But
yeah.
What did they charge you?
No, not yet. I'm on police bail. Conspiracy to cause a public nuisance.
So they have charged you or not?
No. I'm on police bail.
Okay.
They won't charge me. They can't charge me.
Why can't they charge you?
They have no evidence. If they did charge me, I'd love to see it. It'd be the first person they ever have charged for conspiracy to cause a public nuisance. Because it's my home. I'm not conspiring to cause a public nuisance, I'm having a party. It's not conspiracy anyway, I've done it. It's after the event anyway. So their laws are all worded wrong to start with. Conspiring means I'm whispering with my friend beforehand. No, we don't whisper, we just do it chaotically, clumsily, like, oh, they left the door open in that place, that's my home 3 days ago. I think I live there. I think I have with some mates around the weekend, like, you know, blah, blah, blah. So I've got a lot of mates. So my sound system's a bit bigger than most. What's the problem? I mean, if they want loud, that can be a lot louder. And if they want loud, and we've got sound, you know, access to sound weapons, we can knock cows over from 5 miles away.
Sound weapons?
Yep.
What's that?
KLF have got sound weapons, basically. Not dangerous, but they can knock cows over from 5 miles away.
Pretty dangerous.
You hit B minor and you can make someone shit themselves from 5 miles away. Everyone's building folded horns at the moment. If they want war, we can go on a sound war and we can just, you know, basically vibrate Bristol every weekend until, like, you know, Bristol just shakes all the time. Or London shakes all the time. But we're not nasty people, we don't want to do that. All we want to do is dance.
No, bad idea, yeah.
But if they want terrorism and war, it's up to them. We're not going to stop, they're not going to stop. Castle Morton, yeah? 45,000 peace-loving, beautiful people, yeah? Because of that, criminal justice bill came into effect. And after that, basically, they've persecuted us ever since. You know, what do we do wrong? What can you see that is criminal, that is going on there, that you want to stop? Because if something was going on there that was bad, I'd stop it myself.
Well, the road's being blocked off, isn't it? People coming home.
I'm blocking the road off because they block the road off. I'm letting any normal people through, but if I see a police car, I'm stopping it. Why? So I can question them. I'd really like to search them. See what weapons they got. CS gas, and that's a firearms offence, isn't it? Baton, what do you need that for? Beating up some poor, innocent person? What for? Handcuffs?
Well, how do you rate the police in Bristol compared to
They're not
London?
that bad. They're not that bad, even in Somerset. London, I mean, Stoke Newton in particular, are a very nasty piece of work. Basically, if I was doing this in Stoke Newton and this was this and all the rest of it, I'd have to stay low for a while because I could be up for a hanging. 17 bodies were found in an incinerator in Highbury and Islington, and a mate of my ex-girlfriend was a key witness in the trial, basically, that got thrown out of court. 17 people.
So do you think that tonight they've just decided to let you get on with it?
No. No. They'll be down. They've got £6 million a year budget for Bristol to stop this happening. They had 2 million just over the Glastonbury period to stop it happening. That's a lot of money that could be spent on a lot better things than stopping us going boom, boom, boom and hopping on the spot. Yeah, I could go to a club and pay well over the odd prices and get beaten up by bouncers and get, you know, mugged on my way out and have no friends there that I know and the rest of it. We can have a lovely family environment where I know everyone, or if I don't know, my best mate knows them, and we all know each other and we all look after each other and everything is sound. And if it isn't, it's a tragic accident. We do everything we can to avoid it.
Do you have actually any people who are qualified with any kind of medical qualification?
We've got
around?
doctors, we've got electricians, we've got...
Doctors? More than one doctor?
My best mate Matt, yeah, his girlfriend is a doctor. There's everything in there. There's chemists, there's everything, the whole broad section of society. There's probably even policemen in there.
Really?
Yes, really.
Off-duty policemen?
Off-duty policemen, yes. And on-duty ones.
And on duty, oh right, okay.
Yeah, and on duty.
You ever play Spot the Spook?
I can't be bothered. As far as I'm concerned, they breed them with dreadlocks on, like, you know, anyone could be a spook. So spook me, if you can. I've got nothing to hide. You can get paid for it, congratulations. I mean, when it comes down to it, if they can't dance properly and they look uncomfortable, they're probably a spook. I mean, it takes a lot of effort, yeah? You know, a sound system takes a lot of effort to put together. I mean, see this? Calluses, yeah? No?
Hang on.
See that? Calluses. Look, all down my fingers, on my hands.
Yeah.
That's not from masturbation. That's from working. That's from screwing speaker cabs and cones into cabs and making sure it sounds good for people. That's what I do. So people can listen to something and have a dance at the weekend to get rid of that anxiety and their stress. I do it for free.
But when someone comes along to a gig like this, you know, they're surely worried that they might have stuff stolen or whatever.
If nothing, very rarely anything gets stolen, I'll drop my phone in there, right, and more likely it'll be given back to me. I mean, you can drop your drugs in there and more likely, oh yeah, I found something earlier. Here you go, mate, sorry, I did have there you go, yeah. We look after each other. Because we realise if we don't look after each other, then no one else will.
There's quite a network.
If you dropped your camera over there, right, I can guarantee within half an hour it'd be back in your hands. The lens might be a bit scratched, but it wouldn't be from anyone, did it?
Might have a bit of film of somebody saying, hello, there's your camera back.
Yeah, they go, hello, my name's blah, 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 blah,
yeah.
blah, blah.
It's funny, yes, I remember that sort of happening at Glastonbury, someone bringing our camera we put down.
Yeah, I lost my phone twice at Glastonbury last year, yeah, and given back to me by a complete stranger both times.
Yeah, human nature is quite good sometimes.
No, rave nature, human nature, anyone else, even the police
rave
would have been
nature.
off of it. Our nature, yeah. Do I hear sirens? God, it's about time. But what for? Is it an emergency? I think not. Are there any lights on? I think not.
Let's have a look, yeah, maybe one light has gone on, no, not
Where?
one.
Not one?
Not one, no.
Not one curtain twitch. But there will be sirens, they will be there. Which way are they coming?
They
The sirens will
really
probably wake
need
up.
a siren,
In fact, the
do
siren
they?
is making more noise than we are.
Do they need a siren on the way here, really?
Just to try and make it seem, oh no, the police are coming. I mean, in London we think, oh yes, the police are coming. But I won't go into that because we're not in London. That's why I left London. Because I'm not up for that. I'm not a violent person.
So the local cops been generally pretty reasonable, or what?
They're not bad. They did smash our stuff up at Road. A few of my mates got bitten badly by their dogs. They smashed our record decks up, which they are paying as a goodwill gesture. They're not admitting any responsibility. It's not the police's fault as such, yeah? It's the law. I mean, even with landowners' permission, even if there's no noise complaint, even if you're a million miles away, yeah? They'll send their vans out, they'll seek and destroy, and they'll stop you from raving. I don't know why.
And do you think that this kind of party will be able to carry on, or do you think the police will ultimately be successful?
It's been going on since 1986. Yeah, will be going on forever. I mean, it's been going on before that, just in different form. We're gonna. I mean, there's no way we're stopping. I'll put my life on the line for it. I'll die before I stop.
Do you think it might come to
that is for free. That is because I love it, and every one of us does it.
But do you think it might come to that?
What's that? Put
Dying for what you believe in?
I doubt it, but if it needs to be, I've got no problem with that whatsoever. Rave is my religion, and I'm more into it than anyone is into their God or their Christianity or their, you know, Islam or
as much, would you say? As much?
More.
More?
Truly, passionately love it. And all my fellow ravers love them.
And what's it, the main thing you get out of it then?
When you're standing in front of a stack of music with all your mates, all your friends, all your companions, comrades around you, and you're just playing music like that, it's just pure freedom, power, freedom, not power over anyone, power just, you know, it just feels fucking wicked. It's beautiful.
Is it like a community system?
Yeah,
it seems like that.
We are a community. We all know each other. If not, your best mate knows them. We all help each other, support each other. In that building, there's not a lot that can't be done, achieved, accomplished. That's why they really don't like it. Coffee should be ready by now.
Oh, coffee, yeah.